Hello class, this is Mr. Broussard and I'm sending this video for the 12th week of our beginning English course for the fall of 2020. I hope you're all doing well. I want to send this video, give you a heads up on what it is that we are working on. Most of what we are working on is, of course, the final exam, which is the narrative essay that you will do. You've already gone over the chapters dealing with both the narrative rhetorical mode, and you've already gone over the chapter dealing with how to write an essay. So hopefully you are working on that as we speak. And just to let you know that that is due at 8 a.m. on Friday, December the 4th. December 4th at 8 a.m. So get it done before you go to bed the night of December the 3rd. Because December 4th is the last day of the class. What I'm going to do is they come in when I get in the morning. That morning, I'm going to grade them, get all the numbers together, letters together, and then send it all um, up to Berkston, and that's the class basically. So pretty much before you go to bed on the night of December the 3rd, make sure that you have that narrative essay written, that it is at least 5 strong paragraphs. So each paragraph needs to have at least 5 strong sentences and 4 full-length text, that it is in the narrative rhetorical mode. Write about what you want to write about. My advice, by the way, write what you know. Write about things that have already happened, either to you or those closest to you, where you're an active part or an active observer of the event itself. And the story will write itself. Change a few things, change the name to protect the innocent. More importantly, sometimes change the names to protect the guilty. Maybe embellish little things so that it's a little more exciting. Don't go too far because you don't want your reader calling BS on you when they're reading your essay. But when it comes to the topic, like I said, I do not mandate one. But my advice is write what you know, right? Again, those things to where the story itself then flows out. Now, if you want to go fully creative and come up with the entirety of the narrative out of thin air, by all means, do that as well. I always give the guidance of write what you know and write what's happened simply because it's easier to come up with content. But if you're one who wants to be a little more creative with your content, by all means, you can do that, and that is perfectly fine. But again, that narrative essay is due 8 a.m. December the 4th. So have it done before you go to bed on December the 3rd. Don't wait till the very last minute, because if it doesn't go in for whatever reason, you failed the course outright. So make sure you get in when it needs to be in. Just to let you know, there are 2 other assignments. There's only 3 total assignments left to this entire course. Obviously, the final exam is one of them. The other 2, first, you do have a journal. The last of your journals is due on November the 16th at 8 a.m. So Monday morning, 8 a.m. is when the last of the journals is due. So make sure you get it done before you, in fact, I would advise Sunday night. Sunday night, go ahead and write your journal, or even before then if you'd like. You can always get done early, a reminder. It's just so you know, the topic prompt is, when you were a child, what did you want to be when you became adult and why? And try to write at least 5 strong sentences and form the paragraph. Of course, MLA 8th edition formatting. Journal 6, and that'll be the last of the journals you'll have for this course. So please make sure you get that done, let's just say no later than Sunday night before you go to bed. Now, the other of the 3 assignments you have left within this course is your proctored quiz. And I say proctored. Of course, we can't really do proctored this semester because all the proctored sites and spots within those sites were already napped up the first week of classes. What we've decided to do is you will now be able to do your proctored quiz through your own computer, but we have certain systems that we use, 2 different ones in which they've shown us, and I chose to utilize the Respondus system as a means of, basically, you have a proctored quiz that you'll take on your own computer, but it basically locks everything else out. It catches any issues of possible plagiarism, or if somebody's there helping you, or any other shenanigans that you might try to pull during your final. It will catch these things. And so let me just tell you that if it catches it, you failed the course outright. Because if if everything else is awesome, and then the one time, which is something that I know you were doing, and something goes haywire, it makes me think, maybe somebody else was doing their work for them. And therefore, it blows your whole class up. So just follow the directions that are given to you within the quiz, both the quiz itself and the Respondus system, and how to make sure you do everything that it asks of you. Get the quiz done, do as well as you can, and then you're good to go. So you'll even see it says dependent independent clause pretest, and it requires Respondus lockdown browser and webcam. So you must have all of these things available to you. It is available from now until November the 20th at 6 p.m. So that would be next Friday. Next Friday night at 6 p.m., the respondents quiz is due. So make sure you get it done. So you have a week and a half to get this done, to get it set up, and to do the quiz itself. So my advice is, you've already had to go over a chapter with phrases and clauses. So you need to go back on that, and in particular focus on the area that deals with dependent and independent clauses. And again, this will be more of a practical. It won't be a memorize some term and then regurgitate it on a quiz. That is not the way I do things. This is a practical application of what you should learn through that whole chapter, but in particular in the part that deals with dependent and independent clauses and your ability to determine whether it's one or the other. This is actually a lot more important than people think, simply because it's a skill that, and I learned this way too much the hard way in my Comp 1s, and even in Comp 2s, and even in my sophomore level World Lit. Not knowing what a dependent or independent clause is, well, then you don't know what a sentence is and what makes a sentence. Obviously, you get have gotten the extra help through a beginning course and to be able to go over these things, and that's why this quiz is here. But this is an issue that I see in advanced level composition courses, so that's why this particular quiz / pretest / whatever is what I use. It is important to be able to determine what is an independent clause, what is a dependent clause, what are the differences, and then how do you see it in a practical application, i.e. when you're looking at a clause, is it dependent or independent? Your ability to tell that. So go over that part of the chapter again, and then have in mind what is correct on that. Then take this quiz and you'll be good to go. The quiz itself is actually fairly simplistic, so it's not going to be that deeply involved, but it's important for two reasons. One, it's a basic thing, but it's a basic thing that not everybody has. So that's why this is the area in which I want you to focus in. And two, for the more practical sense, it lets us know that you actually exist, that you are the one doing the work that you're doing. And like I said, there's a drastic change between this quiz and all the other work you've done. Or if, again, there's an issue with some shenanigans you're trying to pull while doing the quiz, it invalidates the entire course and you fail. So just do the quiz. Just do the quiz, and it'll be over fairly quickly, hopefully. You get it done, and you don't have to go to a proctor site, which if you're a student in the class during a normal time, you pretty much have to go to a proctor site. There'd be no way around it. So I guess in a sense, take advantage of the convenience part of this, but don't take advantage of this in a way that is shady, would cause issues with academic integrity. Because, to be brutally honest, you'd fail the course. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And we would then make sure that our institution knows, hey, this person failed this course because of this massive violation of academic integrity. You might want to keep an eye on them for the rest of their time here, assuming this doesn't automatically boot you from our campus and our college. So make sure you do what needs to be done in the proper way, and you should be fine and have no worries. So again, there's only 3 assignments left for the entirety of this course. So again, journal entry week 6 is due 8 a.m. Monday morning, November 16th. So get it done before you go to bed Sunday night. Then you have the independent clause pretest that requires respondents lock down the browser and webcam. That is due 6 p.m. on Friday, November the 20th. So not this coming Friday, but the Friday after that, Friday, November the 20th, 6 p.m. Make sure that quiz is done before then. You can do it from now until then. You can go ahead and set this up now. You could do it. You can set up and do it right now if you wanted to. I'd make sure you go over that chapter, that one part of the chapter, one more time at least, if not a few more times before you take it. But it's open for you to do. So from now until 6 p.m. next Friday, you have the ability to do it. Make sure it gets done, because it'll lock you out and you earn, actually, not a 0. If you don't do this quiz, you fail the course, because this, again, tells us whether or not you actually exist and whether you're the one doing what you're doing. So if you just skipping this isn't going to be like, oh, well, I lose whatever points on this quiz. No, you skip this or you don't do it, you fail. That's as simple as it can be. You fail, and all the other work you've done is meaningless. Doing the final is worthless. You would fail the course regardless. You must do this quiz. You have until 6 p.m. November the 20th to get it done. So get it done as soon as possible. And then the final work from this class is the final exam. It is a narrative essay. And all the parameters that I've already gone over with you, and it is due Friday, December the 4th at 7:59 a.m. A.m. means morning. Right before 8 a.m. in the morning is when it is due. My advice, again, no later than Thursday, December the 3rd, the night of Thursday, December the 3rd, should you do this, type this, and turn this in through Canvas. You wait too close, things happen, and I don't have time to mess around with these dates because the semester's over. Your class ends on December the 4th. That's why this is due when it is due, because I've got to get everything graded, get it in, get it out, get it to send up to Brixton, and the course is over. So make sure you get all this done. But you've got a few weeks. So like I said, you have the rest of this week. You have from now until Sunday to get the journal done. You have basically a week and a half to get the respondents quiz done. And then overall, you have 1, 2, 3.5-ish weeks to get that essay done. So you have time to do all these things, but it all needs to be done. So make sure you get it done before certain due dates are, because I cannot maneuver. We don't have the ability to maneuver any more dates around. We are that close and tight to everything. I mean, even my own personal time on this campus. I'm here a week and a half, then I'm off a week, then I'm here 2 weeks, and then that's it. So make sure you get done what needs to get done. There's one day after you that the following week I will be here, but by then that won't have anything to do with your class. I have one other class that hangs over in the finals week, but then that's the only time I'd be showing up. So hope you're all doing well. Hope you'll have fully recovered from the hurricane. It looks like this other hurricane is going to go towards closer to Tampa, so we should avoid Eta. But hopefully you've recovered in any which way that needs to be recovered, and hopefully we can finish this semester strong. I will send another video next week.